real quick.
Oh, that's
All right.
right.
Yes. So this is for Miss Natalia. Natalia is I guess you could say a friend of the show. Thank you. We appreciate you. But I got a proposition here for 2025 because I saw something interesting on Twitter and I saw something, a graphic that said 2025 should be Natalia's year. I agree. I humbly agree. Natalia has not had a major women's championship in almost 4 years now, which was the women's tag titles, and that was in 2021, May of 2021. Had to look it up myself. Now she was involved in the IC title tournament. She got knocked out in the first round, but I got something booked for Natalia that I think everybody here probably would appreciate. And if anybody has any ideas, you guys can chime in. I have Natalia go on this whole thing. We've seen it with the bloodline already. This is her birthright, this IC championship. This is her birthright. Brett was IC champion. Owen was IC champion. This is something in her lineage that has been going on that is synonymous with her. It has to happen for her. Now, does it have to happen right away? No, it doesn't have to happen right away. But you could start a story with whoever wins this IC championship in the next 2 weeks. I'm not saying let it be the first story. But down the line, you have Natalia stay face, come out there and say, listen, they made this championship for the women's division. They made it for us. But this is something that I need for myself. I have to not only prove it to everyone else that's doubted me, everyone else that says I should retire, everyone else that says all these things about me, but I also need to do it for my family. Because she's basically just claiming her birthright. That's the whole story here. And you could keep it face, you could keep her to where, let's just say it's Dakota Kai that wins this championship, right? She comes in, Dakota Kai beats her the first time, cool.
Be nice. Be nice, GC. Be nice.
Beats her the second time, cool. The third time, she goes full on Brett. That third time. Yeah. I'm going there with it. She goes full on Bret Hart, and she says, "I'm tired of being screwed around," and she does whatever she has because she has to get that IC championship. Natalia and this Intercontinental Women's Championship should be handshake emoji. Honestly, this year, she should have it sometime this year. Should it be a short reign? Should it be a long reign? That's for everyone else to decide. But her claiming her birthright, her claiming her right as a heart makes sense, especially with this iteration of this belt. Now, of course, we're talking about the IC men's title and everything, but let her be able to cook with this title. Let her be able to carry on that name of the Hearts. Now, what you want to do with that story going forward, you can do it. Whether you want to put her up against Charlotte Flair, don't do that. No, I said don't do that. Whether you want to put her up against Charlotte Flair, whether you want to put her up against anybody, but the fact of the matter is that Natalia this year, sometime this year, should be Women's Intercontinental Championship. Not only because she needs it, as far as from a fan perspective, as far as she hasn't had a title in 4 years and she hasn't had a really major program, but also because this is part of her family, this is part of her lineage, and that carries on that name of being a heart.
And the amount of people she could get over with that belt, he could help the undercard of the women's division.
Exactly.
And who better to do it? Honestly,
who better to do it than Natalia, who is a vet? And I'm not gonna put her age out there because I know you're gonna clip this. I'm not gonna put her age out there. I know you are. I know you are.
No. In terms of the age, I was like,
no. You listen. You never put a lady's age out there.
Continue.
For her age, she is a vet. She's still in top physical condition. And you have to be, and you can't, and I think I've said this about Omos probably like 2 years ago. You can't have people sit in the back and then have them not go out there and give them a showcase. Now, of course, that's the powers that be, and they write the storylines and everything like that. We're just here, chopping it up as fans. But from that perspective, with that lineage, with that title, it all makes sense. And for her to go full, like, I'm talking Brett right before he left, like straight up Canadian flag coming out there. That's the kind of Natalya I'm looking for.
I like that move right there. Nice throwback.
But see, you can build to that.
You're better than Nattie.
You can build to that. And Natalya is the type of vet that doesn't mind putting over younger talent.
She's done everything and anything. Like she's done
anything and everything. But I think this is her year to get that lengthy title run, especially with this particular title and that particular gimmick.
It's her birthright.
It's her birthright. Imagine if it starts, because they do have an event coming up in Canada in March. Imagine it starts there.
All good, brother.
Imagine it starts there. Imagine that heel run starts there with winning that title in Toronto at Elimination Chamber. Come on now. Y'all not hearing me. Oh, y'all not hearing me on this Sunday afternoon. Now I got to get like Jacob. I got to start preaching now. Y'all not hearing me.
I like that move.
I
like that move. I like that move. He says, I'm with you, Eric, but it's more so for Natalya to keep in mind her family meeting with her father never had a singles run title. It's just time to do it. Represent
that. Could be to it. That could be added to it.
That could be added to, but I think she already did that because like her father was also a tag team champion. She already did that. So for her to basically become Intercontinental champion, it falls in line with everything that Eric said because it's a birthright.
She would be the first. Well, she wouldn't be the first women's Triple Crown because they had the women's Triple Crown under different rules, but she would be the first proper Triple Crown in the sense that she's the belt in every division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She'd be the first proper.
I know what you're talking about, Ivan. I hear you.
Yeah, like I said, give her a singles run and let her go full on, like how she was coming out before with the whole get up and everything, with the glasses and the whole jacket and everything. Have her do all of that, but with the Canadian flag, and she goes out there and she just rags on everybody in every stadium they go to. Oh, you filthy Americans! They would never do this in Canada.
Hold on. No, I'm not gonna go. Let's not go full Brett now. I would rather
go full Brett. Listen.
No, because here's the thing.
Okay, let me hear you.
This is about legacy.
She
has the right to put her own stamp and her own entry into that legacy.
Okay, that's fair. That's
like fair. It's her calling herself the boat, but like her calling herself the Queen of Hearts, this and that. This is the chance for her to do something in homage to those people, but a little bit different, so it's her own deal. Because if she comes out with a flag, this, that, and the third thing, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's no different to me than them putting to Akira Tozawa as a ninja. It's like we need to stop recycling these ideas that don't need to be seen every 5 years. You know what I mean? Okay,
that's fair.
Yeah, even a modern twist, even her just training so many people now. Use that.
Exactly. She trained. She helped train a lot of women. She could sit here and say, "Y'all wouldn't have gotten this far if it wasn't for me, and y'all left me in the dust. Y'all didn't even try to thank me. Y'all didn't give me a courtesy." I just want her to put people in pretzels. Literally, just put people in pretzels. Her just going out there winning with different submissions. Her winning with different finishers. Her paying homage. Could you imagine if Natalya won a match off a pile driver? Now, granted, the pile driver has recently been used with Kevin Owens and whatnot, but Brett was known to use it a number of different times in the 80s and 90s. If you just had her basically winning off of different moves, showing how unbeatable she can be when she's driven. Like her losing the Intercontinental title to whoever she loses, at that point, Natalya's pretty much due for a world title shot too.
And that's what sets that up. That's my point.
No, I know that's your point. I'm just saying she got to put her own stamp on it. I'd rather her just be like, listen, do you understand my lineage? Do you understand what I do? I've been holding back because they told me to. Now the cuffs are off. And I know all of y'all's books. It's over.
Right.
Hey,
But see, that's why and
Pretty
you need people in that division. So what better way than to utilize your roster? Because that's the one thing that you've been saying, Tyler. Especially when you brought up the idea of these secondary titles, let's utilize the whole roster. Let's not, have our favorites and have, certain people in the main event, and this woman doesn't get an opportunity, this woman doesn't get an opportunity. Let's have every woman get an opportunity. But I feel like if you're going to put somebody at the head of that division, it doesn't have to be right now, because clearly it's not going to be right now. But if Natalya does get this championship, it is her lineage, it's her birthright, it's her claim to this title that is going to carry that division. Like you guys said too, along with Ray, the people that she's trained, she could go on and, defend that title against these women. And then you can have somebody like, well, even though we're probably going to get that earlier, like a Roxanne Perez call up and face her. Or, if a Jada Parker happens to jump ship and come up.
If you're talking about the people that are already there, I could easily see a heel Natalya versus Maxine.
Yeah. You can see a Maxine Dupree.
Versus Zelina Vega.
A Zelina Vega.
Versus Lyra Valkyria, who probably is the one to take the belt off of her if it's not Zelina. So, they already have the names right now. The other names are just coming up.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say some of those women don't get hot shotted to the world title right away? Because look at what Roxanne did for 3 years in NXT. She could easily just jump up if she wanted to.
Right.
If they wanted to. But I hear what you're saying. I think it's a good idea. I think across the board we all agree. I'm proud of you. You got yourself.
I'm saying, let me get a gold star. No demerits this week.
No, but yeah, we're pro Natalya here. I've been saying it for years. Eric's been very passionate about it for a while. We want to see her do well. We want to see her get her flowers right now.
Absolutely,
like right now.
I heard you.
I do. There's an add-on. We'll say one last thing. Imagine if they inducted her into the Hall of Fame this year, and people were assuming that meant she was retiring, and that's what sparks the story.
You could do it like that. You could be like, she could come out there, do the whole speech, and be like, "Nah, I can't accept this."
Ooh,
Denying denying a Hall of Fame induction to go on a run and then get the trophy later in the year.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? No, match of the week. We got to stop. We got to go.
I like that move. I like that move. We can save that for next.
Home.